you are where you are right now because you do need to revisit your issues of trust. You worry, all this anxiety, all this procrastination, all this overthinking, it goes down, it's rooted in fears. And fears are rooted in not trusting God completely, in not trusting that He has your best life in mind when He allows things to happen to you. And you know what? Most of the time, when I look back, things that happened in my life, they didn't happen to me. They happened for me. Hi, I'm Lena Giffoni, and today I would like to talk to you about fears. You know, those fears, those worries, anxieties that keep you up at night, those worries about your grown children, those worries about your finances, worries about what are you going to do with your life now. You achieved so much, yet you don't acknowledge that often enough. You don't acknowledge God's power in you, what He allowed yourself to do and achieve. You are strong, you are empowered, you're an incredible woman of God. This is the time when you can revisit all the amazing things that God done in your life so far. You know, pull out the journal and start writing your gratitude. I would recommend you to write it daily. Write at least one thing, what you're grateful for today. Is it a roof over your head? Is it your car? Is it your children? Is it your little kitty? What are you grateful for right now? It can be as grandiose as you can imagine, or it can be as little as a delicious ice cream that you had yesterday. Remember, He created you. He knows your life's purpose. What are you here for? That's the biggest question that we can answer, but you know what? God intended you for something amazing. He gave you gifts and talents, and He is stirring your heart right now because it's time for you to act. You don't know how? You've been procrastinating for quite some time. Usually, the root of this procrastination is good old fear. Well, I don't really think that it's that good, but my fears were good for me because they taught me so many things. In overcoming fear, you learn how to be courageous. You are exercising your creativity muscles. You are exercising your trust with God. You know, when we're afraid, it's a big sign that we forgot how to trust, or maybe we haven't learned how to trust yet. There are three aspects of trust. We need to learn how to trust God completely and fully. We need to learn how to trust ourselves because we are a reflection of God. And we need to learn to trust other people. Yes, regardless of being hurt numerous times, being betrayed, we're still called to be in fellowship. We're still called to trust other people. Life is such an incredible gift. God gave us this life for a reason. Remember, you are not here just to pay your bills, raise your kids, argue with your husband, do your ministry work. You're here to live to the fullest. God created you the way He created you because He knew that you will be stubborn, you will be rebellious, but He also created that heart that is in you, that beautiful heart that is compassionate and loving. You have these dreams, dreams of ministry, dreams of service, yet, you know, you're invisible. With all your gifts and talents, you're still invisible. It is time to shine. It is time to overcome all those fears of being out there, being vulnerable, being judged, that, you know, It's time to let go of fear that people wouldn't accept you, wouldn't love you because of all the mistakes that you made. We will make mistakes. You will make mistakes. And it's okay. You cannot be perfect. But if you own your mistakes as well as all the miracles that God performed in your life so far, you can rise above all the fears that you have and shine. It's time to own all those gifts. What is it for you? Have you thought about writing a book about your story? Oh, I'm sorry. I have to show you. Ой, Юмичка. My baby is a little sick. Oh, sweetheart. Yes. I need to talk to the ladies over there. Because, I want to keep this. I'm not going to re-record this because, in life, we have so many distractions. We can get so overwhelmed because a dog will get sick or, family members will get sick or something would happen and we stop thinking about that vision that God put in our hearts, and then days, weeks, months or years can pass before you actually start doing that thing. You start doing what you are intended for doing. It's time. It's time. I'm so grateful that you're here today. You want to improve your life. You want to grow. You want to contribute. You are ready to step out and step up. You just need a little more guidance. You need to figure out what is the first step that you need to take. You achieved so much in your life. If you sit down and give yourself and God credit for what's been done in your life, just write that list and see what you can come up with. I bet you haven't done it in quite some time. And we give credit to God for everything we do. But we need to own the personalities that He gives us. What kind of personality did God give you? Are you a rebel? Or are you a complacent girl? Are you confident? Are you strong? Are you empowered? Most of the time. Because even strongest women have their times of weakness. Our God is almighty and all-powerful. He can move mountains. He created the universe. He delivered you from a lot of trouble. Remember back then? He healed you and He healed your loved ones. He also comforted you when you were going through times of grief and sorrow. He is amazing, almighty, all-powerful, Alpha and Omega. You are running like a hamster in the wheel because you have so many things to do. You allow yourself to be overwhelmed, forgetting that it is God who can take care of everything. How about trying giving all your troubles to Him? I often recommend to getting your journal and in the morning writing out everything that worries you. Sort of a brain dump, if you may. Something that you just write out without filtering, without editing, all your sorrows, all your problems. Remember when David was writing his Psalms? He was honest, he was raw with his God. He was expressing all his emotions. You can do the same. It's very freeing to talk openly to God, and you can write it as a prayer, you can write it in any form, but just write it. Get it out from your heart and from your mind. And then ask for guidance. Ask for Him to sort things out. Ask Him to tell you what are your priorities to be for this day, or you can do it at the beginning of the week, what your priorities for the week should be. Ask Him for sending you divine appointments and for people who can help you, who will really uplift you where you're at. And sometimes you need comforters. Sometimes when it's so lonely, you may feel like you are alone on this journey. And my prayer is for you to be surrounded by amazing, godly men and women who can lift you up in prayer, who can listen to you, who will welcome you and envelop you in love. My prayer is that your anxiety and overwhelm diminish after this little exercise of writing and after a lot of prayers. Until we meet again, please strive to live joyfully.